Hello Capricorn, this is going to be your January 2020 tarot reading. I'm going to get a few cards and we'll get a general idea of what you might be going through throughout January, as we have a huge solar or lunar, let me bring that back, we have a lunar eclipse happening on January 10th. That one's going to be kind of rough for a lot of folks, so definitely try to, ground yourself, get a lot of self-care around that time, and avoid anything that doesn't feel right, because a lot of truths are going to be revealed and some harsh realities. So that'll be something we all want to take in consideration and heal upon ourselves. Alright, let's get some cards here. I've also posted the yearly, so definitely check that out. You have the Sun, King of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Emperor coming out. Okay, Capricorn. Now, when you have the Sun coming out here, this is saying that something really cool is going to be starting for you, or you're going to be feeling something very amazing in January. It could be, something that just sort of changes, or maybe your perception changes about something, but regardless, it's going to feel really good. And whatever culminates from it is going to bring a lot of joy in your life, a lot of happiness. So this is actually the happiest card in the deck, and you got it for January. Now you also get the King of Swords. Now when we get the King of Swords, this could definitely signify an energy that we need to adopt. So when we get these court cards, it's saying, hey, this is somebody in your life right now, or this is an energy that you need to adopt to get through this time period. And the King of Swords is going to be somebody who rules his kingdom with logic, communication that's very solid, and definitely a lot of ideas always coming out of this individual. So somebody who's on the edge of innovation and digital stuff, really into the technology. That's where the air signs fall. So this is going to be an energy that you might need to adopt, where you're really using a lot of your mind, really getting into that thinking power, more into a logical brain and action around it. When you have a thought, have some action around it. The king is going to do something about what's going on. He's not just going to nurture it and grow it like the queen will. He will actually go after it. So if there's awesome communication or awesome ideas or something that bubbles up in January, go after it, Capricorn, because that's what the King of Swords would do. Now you also have the Three of Cups coming up here, and this is going to be something where you get to celebrate, and maybe that's where the Sun card's coming in. Something is going to happen that is so joyous that you're actually going to want to share it with friends and family and just people, however you share it, whether that's getting together with people or simply just talking about it on social medias or through the phone. It's going to be some sort of sharing. It's going to feel good, and there's going to be kind of like a celebration, congratulation kind of feeling, because you've been making something. Whatever that is, it's going to be different for every single Capricorn out there, but you've been making something and working on something that's going to be celebrated in January, and I really feel like those two are tied together. Now the Emperor comes out here, and it's definitely stating you need to stand in your power. This is another major arcana that's coming into your reading, and the Emperor is always going to rule everybody, like he rules the king even, and so he's always going to come through with massive amounts of power and realization, self-realization. Whenever we have deep self-realization, we are standing in our power. We have our truths straightened out. We have our emotions straightened out. We are stable. We have our desires and the things that excite us in a balanced moderation. So the Emperor is able to reflect that kind of energy, and that is definitely stating that something is going to be self-realized. There's going to be a lot of self-reflection, and that may come through here with this King of Swords, where the thought process is getting really deep and something's coming out of it. Now let's get a clarification card for some of these, and then I'm going to pull a moon advice card for you at the end of this reading for that eclipse that's coming up. Lots of good stuff. I like that the Sun card came out. It's definitely standing in your power and feeling good about it. getting the Knight of Cups, Six of Cups, and Queen of Rods. Lots of cups going on, so there's going to be a lot of emotion happening. And that is typical around heavy full moons like the one we'll be getting on January 10th. So this is going to be the Knight of Cups falling in between the Sun and this King of Swords. And when the Knight of Cups appears, that's saying that there's going to be some sort of feeling and emotion that is shared. And that's definitely also happening here. So this feeling and this emotion is going to be so intriguing that you're going to want to share it with the world. You're going to go out, you're going to have a lot of action around it. That's what the King does, a lot of action. So it's definitely validating the cards that are already on the table, that there's going to be action that is backed by some deeper feelings, some happiness, some changes that are happening. Now you have the Six of Cups coming up, which is almost like nostalgia. And with it coming up next to this 3, you could definitely have somebody coming back into your life from the past, and you're able to reflect and maybe just have a really good time reflecting. Maybe something comes of it as somebody coming back. This is the year of judgment, so we may have a lot of reincarnation of people and experiences, opportunities, and some other things that may come through as we are transformed. So this is definitely looking back into your past or engaging in your past in some way and having really good feelings about it. It's like having peace with your past and the decisions that you've made. And you may be celebrating it, right? Like it's there. And this King of Swords says to kind of keep your head throughout all of this, because it may feel awful dreamy, but you need to remain logical. Now you have the Queen of Rods coming up here. Again, this is a court card, so it could be a person that's coming in. You know, this person coming back, if that's what's happening for you, could be somebody who's like the Queen of Rods. Or this could be that energy that's the root of what's happening here. So keep that in mind. The Queen of Rods is going to be somebody who rules her kingdom with desire. She's going to nurture every type of spark and energy and excitement that comes her way. So she's utilizing her emotions to motivate and, you know, get her determined. She knows all about how when we want something, we go for it. And she knows about good hard work. So the Queen of Rods is going to have that energy of ruling with desire. That's the same with that Emperor. You know, knowing that he is in charge, he's standing in his power. He's going to nurture that emotion, that feeling as he moves forward in every endeavor. All of these court cards are really important, stating that there's like some kind of a power that's happening and coming forward. Now let's get this advice card for you for the eclipse coming up January 10th, just here in about 9 days. It's supposed to be one of our rougher eclipses of 2020, and it's just going to start us off right at the beginning. I'm okay with getting it over with, you know? Alright, we're going to pull one advice card for you, Capricorn. See if we can get some good advice on how to get through this eclipse. Unscathed, right? I mean, we'll all feel it. Some more than others. Some of us are already feeling it. I've been feeling it for a few days now. Okay. A win-win outcome is forecast. Really cool. So as you're having all this joy and some other things happening in your life, and you're sharing and you're having some nostalgia, it's like regardless of what you do in January, it's going to be good for you. So the path is definitely laid out in front of you, Capricorn, and you're going to know exactly what to do. No matter what you choose, what you decide, as you move through and stand in your power, you are going to be win-win regardless. What a cool reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. It definitely helps out my channel to get more, you know, viewers and all that awesome stuff, so I can spread it around the world. And if you like the video, hit the like. If you want to get notified when I'm posting, hit the bell button. It's definitely cool. I'll see you guys in February. Thanks so much for watching.